Welcome to the ESL Go4SC2 monthly finals sponsored by SteelSeries. I'm your host Kessel, and today we are having game 2 between Naama, who's going to be spawning as the red Terran at the bottom left. Naama from Finland is currently ranked second in the overall monthly rankings, and he will be facing HasuObs from Germany, who is going to be spawning as the yellow Protoss at the bottom right. HasuObs currently ranked 10th, and he did manage to compete in this tournament because Tarzan and Braddock backed out last minute to play in the WCG. So HasuObs very fortunate and actually making it to the finals. So we'll see if HasuObs can win this series. And actually, game 1 went to HasuObs, and it came down to a battle of attrition. Both players taking out the command centers and nexuses that both players had, and in the end Naama just could not come out on top, and it looks like HasuObs will be going standard build right now. Both players not blocking off once again, getting that the probe over here starting its scouting duties to try and find Naama's base. And before I really start the cast, I just want to say that I had to record this twice, so I'm gonna apologize if my voice starts going out. And the reason why I haven't done replays in like a day or two is because I gave blood and I kind of just passed out for the rest of the day. Luckily I didn't have class that day, so I was good, but I was pretty tired, so once again I apologize for that. Gateway does go up, the assimilator is going up, meanwhile a barracks going up in Naama's base, and he did get that refinery early on, so we'll see if Naama will get that early Reaper. Naama getting a Marine out right now. Meanwhile, no units being produced yet because HasuObs does not have that gateway out, and HasuObs is going to be able to find Naama's base pretty soon. A Marine now coming out, and it's just coming out and heading towards that choke. So Hasu is going to spot that Marine, and Hasu now moving his probe back so he doesn't lose it. Meanwhile, more probes being chrono boosted out, and it looks like a cybernetics core is going up for Hasu, so he's going a relatively similar build than before. Meanwhile, Naama just getting that tech lab out, and he is producing Reapers and getting nitro packs right now, so we might see a little bit of Reaper harass going on right now. And it looks like Naama is spanning a lot of numbers. Looks like there was a little bit of lag in between the games, but it looks like the lag is away. Another assimilator going up for HasuObs, and he is fully saturating his gas right now. Meanwhile, that cybernetics core is up, and he looks like a robotics facility is going up for HasuObs. Meanwhile, the Marine the SCV and probe battling for control of that xel'naga watchtower, and that Reaper is out, and it's going to start making its way across the map, and that Stalker is going to start moving out, and he is going to be able to spot that Reaper and get a couple shots on that. So now that HasuObs knows that there are a couple Reapers out, he is getting more Stalkers. He is getting one Zealot, and he's starting to shoot away at the rocks over here. Naama trying to sneak his Reaper around, but he isn't going to be able to. He's going to spot that Stalker and that Zealot over here is going to start taking out that rock. Meanwhile, command center going down for Naama, and Naama moving his barracks away from that tech lab, so that factory is likely to go on top of that tech lab. Or not. He actually building a starport on top of that tech lab, and he's getting a reactor out of his barracks right now, and he isn't producing anything out of the factory, so we're probably going to see some couple Banshees come out from Naama. Naama also building a bunker over here to help defend his choke, and that Reaper kind of trying to poke in. An observer actually coming out of that the observer actually popping out of that robotics facility, and those rocks are a third of the way destroyed. They do have to need a couple more shots before they're dead, and it looks like Immortal is coming out for HasuObs out of that robotics facility, and that warp gate is just finishing up, and it looks like a Stargate is coming up at the corner over here, so we might see some void ray action going on. That rocks is almost destroyed, and it looks like the observer is going to float over here to see what's going on in Naama's base. Naama just finishing his command center over here, and he is getting Banshee and Cloak. So HasuObs has to be ready. He is getting has that observer over here, so he's gonna spot that starport with the tech lab, and the command center is floating over with a couple SCVs already loaded up, and it's gonna land up here and start mining. HasuObs does spot this, and he's gonna start moving his observer back. Those Marines just shooting away at the rocks over here, trying to take him out. And it looks like HasuObs getting getting an expansion right now to try and get his economy up. No Void Rays or Phoenix is being built right now out of the Stargate, and another observer being built, and there was a phase prism that actually came out before that, and he is starting to move that phase prism all over the place to see what's going on. And that Reaper, another Reaper, is kind of just sitting here over at the xel'naga watchtower and over at the natural at the top right. So we'll see if anything goes on with that. Siege tanks are coming out of the tech lab, or did come out of the tech lab, and he is getting siege mode. Cloak is done, and the Banshee is kind of just standing there, saving up that energy to get ready to cloak in and take out whatever. And it looks like the Banshee is going to be staying over here. Two Banshees over here are just going to be standing over here. They do have Cloak ready, and they are starting to move out. Meanwhile, Phase Prism with a Mortal and 2 Zealots starting to move out, but that Reaper is going to spot that, and we'll see if that Phase Prism will do any damage. HasuObs slowly making his way over here, try and drop, but the Marines and siege tanks are going to spot this, and Hasu is moving his phase prism away. Meanwhile, the Banshee is starting to take out a couple of these probes, and Naama getting another Banshee over here to take out several of these probes, and Hasu is in serious trouble now. He doesn't have any observers over here. He does have that one over here. He does manage to push one of these Banshees back, but the other one is having free time over here, killing as many of these probes as possible. Now he's trying to snipe out that Stargate, getting just out of range of those Stalkers. Another observer being chrono boosted out, but that observer over here is going to spot it, and that Void Ray is possibly going to take it out if Hasu can get the good charge on there. And Naama can almost see it taking it out, but the Banshee is just slightly faster than the Void Ray. Naama now moving his Banshee back, trying to take out that Stalker over here on the xel'naga watchtower. And I think that, okay, the Banshee does go down to that Stalker, and that other Banshee over here is going to try and fight that Stalker also, it looks like. And that Stalker is going to be taken out after that Banshee gets cloaked, but actually the Stalker gets away, and Cloak getting turned off by Banshee, or Cloak being turned off on the Banshee now. And let's see, nothing else going down. The Reaper is going to come up here and try and harass the probes some more. He is going to get a couple of easy shots on there, and he might actually take out one of 2 probes. He does take out 2 probes, but he gets killed by the Void Ray over here. But now Naama has a sizable force of Marauders and Marines, and he does have a Viking for good measure, and he's starting to move out and destroy these rocks so it can easily reinforce his units. Meanwhile, HasuObs continuing to macro up, getting ship weapons level 1 and chrono boosting out that Void Ray. But this could be real trouble for HasuObs since he doesn't know that this is coming yet. And he could be completely caught off guard. The phase person now moving over here, and I don't think he's going to be able to spot, or he does have it rallied over so that is going to spot that army, but it's just going to miss that. A couple SCVs also coming over here, and it looks like the phase prison is going to spot the rest of these units coming out. It looks like Fleet Beacon came out, and Flux Lane being researched, and now Naama is starting to contain around Jesus' base. Jesus does have a couple of Void Rays right now, but he does no way of dealing with that many Marines, and those Siege Tanks are going to be able to take out that Extractor, or that Assimilator. Couple of Marines getting picked up by that medevac, and it looks like HasuObs charging his Void Rays on the Nexus and managing to get that 3rd charge on a lot of these Nexus, but those couple of missile turrets are up, and they are going to be able to take out a couple of these 2 of these Void Rays, and the rest of these Void Rays are going to have to head back. And that was an interesting tactic, actually, charging up those Void Rays on that Nexus so he can get that third charge and get that more powerful ship weapons. Ship weapons level 1 is almost done. More Void Rays getting built out of that Stargate, and a couple Mortals also getting built. And now Naama is starting to completely contain HasuObs, getting a couple more drops in here and trying to get a couple Marines in there, but a couple of those Marines get taken out by a force field, a well-placed force field that forced a lot of these units to get stuck in there. And now HasuObs has a decent number of forces over here. Another force field going down, but this is not going to be enough to take out all of these Marines and Marauders. And those Siege Tanks also on the high ground, and HasuObs actually again charging up on those on the Nexus over here, getting that third charge again, and starting to annihilate those Marines and Marauders. But those medevacs are continuing their heal. And it looks like HasuObs, oh man, he's going to just take out one of the medevacs with a lot of the units up there, but there are still a lot of Marines, and he's going to continue to drop these units onto the high ground. And it looks like HasuObs is in serious trouble. He's completely contained, and there's not really much he can do at this point. Those siege tanks and missile turrets just keeping those units boxed in, or keeping HasuObs boxed in completely. HasuObs does not have very many units left after that attack. Those siege tanks did massive amounts of damage to whatever units that could get close, and now Naama moving out a couple more of his siege tanks over to try and take out, try and turtle up some more. Now Viking over here managed to get a couple good shots on that Void Ray. The Marauders are now starting to move around over here and try and take out more units, more Void Rays coming out, but I think this is a good game at this point. The Zealots and Stalkers have no chance against those siege tanks, and those Void Rays are going to get possibly taken out. Those Void Rays getting completely taken out by those Vikings, and it's pretty much GG. HasuObs in his last desperate attempt gets all his probes in, but he does end the game, or he does GG and leave the game. So it looks like Naama managing to take out HasuObs in game 2. So this is going to be at least a game or 4-game series. So thank you for watching. My voice is going out, so I might need a break before I start casting some more of these games. And please go to youtube.com/KesselGamer, and I'll be working on these casts as quickly as possible. So look forward to these casts going up, and I'll see you guys next time. Kessel signing out.